Hello again, everybody. It's Plowboy's Ghost Channel. Trade of the week. What has been a trade of this week? Well, the last thing you saw was a 329 PD. You're not going to be seeing the 329 PD anymore because yesterday, my local dealer, Enabler, got this in stock and I went after it. I'm finding a place to put these. This is a 5-inch Smith & Wesson 629 Classic, and as you can see, I went and made it mine. Y'all, I know that I kind of swap up things a lot, and sometimes I decide after I've spent a little time with something that it's not for me. Y'all, I was losing sleep over that little old blast shield and that 329 PD. I didn't shoot that gun. Of course, I ain't shot much nothing in a long time. But, you know, I hear that that's a durable gun, but anything that's got to go back to Smith & Wesson periodically for replacement of a little shield to keep it from cutting the frame in half, top strap in half, is not durable to me. So, I know it was a lightweight gun, and it's a lot lighter than this, but y'all, I ain't gonna have to worry about sending this one back for anything or else it's gonna come apart. So guess what we fixing to do? Y'all know what a Smith & Wesson 629 is. I don't have to go through everything and the weight and the dimensions and the width of everything. You know that it's a 44 Magnum and basically what it does. Today, there's nobody at the house. And I've got my target right in front of my big dirt backstop about this tall, where it can't go nowhere and there's nothing unsafe about it. Let's go shoot this. Gotta go get a screwdriver to lift the elevation. That's much gooder. Whoop, got one more. Might as well. Sticky extraction on these. That is with 20.5 grains of 2400 under a 240 grain XTP. That load has never been sticky in any of mine before, so I may clean these chambers real good. Might do just a little light polishing on them. We'll put a few rounds now. It's a Keith load. Leave this, and yeah, I've got some that I've downloaded to 21 grains of 2400 under an RCBS Keith. These are the 22 grains, the full Keith load. That 4-inch model 29 I used to have liked it. Can't even speak today. Ooh, that bucks. Those ain't that sticky. One more click in elevation. I'm gonna pop these last 3 before I put my defensive hollow points for the trip back to the house. That's translating to some shock to the hand. Well, I pulled that one left. So, I have done this all out of order. I shot it first. Went up there and turned on the camera and shot it, and everything you got to see and some of the things I left out. You saw the first shots. And I came back down here and cleaned it before I did the opening, telling you what I traded for. And of course, this is just a few seconds later. So this gun has already been cleaned, and there it is. Y'all, I had to move my rear sight to the right just a little bit, raise it up. And I'm not 110% sure it likes that Keith bullet load, but that was the 22 grain. I have a bunch of them loaded up in 21 grain. Matter of fact, that was all of my 22 grain. But so I backed down all of the rest to 21 grain. Maybe it'll like it just a little bit better. And it wasn't that it wasn't accurate with it. It was just I think I was pushing to the left a little bit and pulling down by the end of it, because I had a couple of them hit real good, and then a couple of them I think I let fly. The jacketed hollow point round, the XTPs, yeah, it actually grouped them fairly well, and we're not talking about even 10 yards. So, but it grouped them fairly well. I think it likes that just fine, but for some reason, even though it's half a grain below max, and I'm using a standard primer, it's not a Magnum primer. For some reason, it's a little bit sticky, but I'm gonna do a little polishing inside the chambers. I'm not gonna do nothing major, just little mothers and a little buffing wheel, and we'll see what happens with that. I can live with the rest of it. Y'all, I got home last night and just reminded me, I forgot on the classic models it has a quick change front sight, so now I can put a fiber optic on it, and it's just a few second affair instead of having to, drive out the pen and then get my number 54 drill bits, which I still have, and doing everything you have to do with a pen in swap. So I went ahead and shot this gun because this one I aim to keep. And of course, now I've still got the Anaconda and I haven't shot it. I plan on keeping it too, and I've got a bunch more that I'm going to keep that I haven't shot. But I went ahead and just did this because I had that 329 PD for a while, a couple of weeks or so, a little less than 2 weeks, and it bothered me. And I knew I wasn't going to want to keep it. So I went ahead and shot this one to get intimate with it, and there you go. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will talk to y'all later.